we are working with members of Congress because we just get to show up and say thank you. And so mostly, as you were, want to say thank you. Thank you for championing us. Thank you for standing up for us. Thank you for being an ally for us. And thank you for stopping by and for marching and for being here this weekend. And with that, I'm going to turn it to Congressman Greg Lansing to say hello.
Well, thank you. Sheila is one of my favorite people. She and I met on a panel in New York, and they introduced her first, and they went through all of the things. I mean, it was just this incredible bio, and then they sort of land the plane by saying that she is, named, is one of the top 50th delegation. I think Tier Scholl is coming, a member of Congress as well. We were in Selma yesterday and Montgomery today. I think they went back to Birmingham for a little bit, and it was really a remarkable experience. This is the first time I've been down here, and I wanted to stop by to say thank you for everything that you all are doing, for what you do back home, but for being here and using this time to recharge and be inspired by just the tremendous courage of those who came before us, who faced some of the most dangerous situations you can imagine. They just persevered, and it changed the country. My big takeaway from the weekend has been that obviously we have passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964. You have to get permission. You have to prove that it's not going to hurt people. Because all these voter ID laws, they're going to hurt people. And I'll stop with this, but the SAVE Act, which I don't know if you to explain this to people, which is if the Supreme Court had not ruled the way it had, Congress in this case would have to give permission, or those states that have pursued a similar law would have had to have gotten permission to say, before we're going to require you to have a birth certificate and an ID to register to vote, which is going to hurt women and service members, a whole bunch of people, just never would have happened. Of course, a Justice Department would have said that's discriminatory. You can't make it harder for people to vote. It's just I, I think the most important thing, despite all of the crazy things that we're dealing with as a Congress, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, in the passing for the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, the effort to ban dark money, voter suppression,
Yeah.
and partisan gerrymandering, that is probably the most important thing we'll do. And it's going to take a lot of work. But I'm confident after this weekend, and just remembering what other people went through and what we have to go through. And we will. We just have to. So thank you all very much. We're going back to our little, that wonderful little meeting.
Here that Auburn, and when I was there, our hill only had 20 kids in it, and we would come to my holidays. A little special place on my heart. I am thrilled to be on the road to be able to introduce you to somebody who is important to us in Atlanta. Demetria Austin Everson is the CEO of the John Lou and Lillian Miles Lewis Foundation in Atlanta. My past co-president, Sherry Frank, who's been involved with NCJW for decades, serves on the board of this very important foundation. It's doing very good work in the name of John Lewis. And just 2 weeks ago, Demetria, Sherry, and several people in Atlanta came together to honor Congressman Lewis's 85th birthday in Atlanta at the historic temple. And it was an amazing experience. Demetria is Brown Spelman College in Arkansas, which you went to. She most recently served as the executive director for the MLK Senior Community Resources Collaborative based in Atlanta, working in conjunction with Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church and Reverend and our beloved Senator Raphael Warnock. Prior, she's Chief Operating Officer for the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, the nation's largest nonprofit community advocacy and home ownership organization. Ms. Austin Everson helped NACA locate millions of dollars in grant funding to help hundreds of thousands of working class people realize the American dream of owning a home. She also lobbied and provided guidance to local, state, and national politicians on housing issues that affect America's middle class and the poor. In addition to her high-profile professional roles, Ms. Everson was named Volunteer of the Year by the AKA's sorority, Member of the Year by the Pine Bluff, Arkansas branch of the NAACP, and the Top 40 Under 40 by the Georgia Chamber of Commerce. We are delighted she's a part of our community, and I'd like to introduce her now.
Good evening. It is always a joy to work with number one, Sherry Frank. I'm sure many of you know Sherry Frank. We've been a very dedicated working for the John Lillian Miles Lewis Foundation. As you all know, she's very dear friends with Congressman Lillian, and just having her support and guidance and just the ability for her to continue to share with me the strong relationship that Congressman Lewis had with the Jewish community in Atlanta, the love going his way and the love coming from him back to the Jewish community has always been an amazing point of inspiration for me. We are excited about the work that we're getting to do. It is an honor to stand in the President CEO position because there's a lot of work to do. You know, you all have come here today to, and on your trip to be immersed in history and be re-inspired and continue to be inspired to do the work that you're doing. I want to say thank you, first and foremost, for taking a moment to come and celebrate and remember what our country has been through, understand where we've come, but also focus on where we must go. And so we are very proud of the work we do at the foundation. Congressman Lewis founded this foundation in 2017 prior to his passing. He wanted to be sure that work continued that was focused on purposeful living, civic and youth education, voting rights, and then to ensure that our world, we continue to do work that help the world become more loving, more peaceful, and more just. And so we're excited about the program of youth engagement. We're excited about working on his archives, which we want, and we're going through the process of digitizing and curating that will be available for future generations to learn, research, and be inspired about the work that he lived in his life. We're also equally excited about the work with young people. As many people know, most people remember Congressman Lewis as Congressman Lewis. They forget that he was a young man that simply cared about the world and gave everything he had, even willing to give his last breath to see our society get better. And for me, it's a joy to be with you this evening. I want to thank you so much for the continued work and support that your community. We respect and appreciate the work and the continued dedication that the Jewish community has for making our world better, standing up against hate and things that do not unify us. And so we want you to be encouraged to continue that and know that if we at the foundation can do anything to be in support and in conjunction with the work we're doing, and to make our world a better place. Thank you.
My name is Jill Swartz. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I'm a national board member. And in my role as a national board member, I have the honor and privilege to be the SPA co-chair. And thank you very much for giving me about a minute of your time to let me explain to you what the SPA network is. So SPA stands for State Policy Advocate. Our state policy advocates, we're in 24 states. We'd like to be in all 50. We're getting there. We're in 24 states, and our SPAs, we have 7 of them on our trip with us today. And so if you'll give me one moment, I'd like to recognize them. So from New Jersey, our SPA, Phoebe Bollinger. Hi, Phoebe. Linda Levy from Michigan. Hugh Martin from Tennessee. Pam Gordon from my home state of Florida. We have Amy Hammerman from Missouri. Joni Hunt from Virginia. And Beth Solomon from Kentucky. And so what these fabulous women and the rest of the SPA cohorts do is they organize our advocacy efforts on the state level. They will be helping lead the caucuses at Washington Institute, which you'll be hearing more about. But they work in coalition in friendly states and not friendly states. They arrange state lobby days and really just allow us to be the boots on the ground in the state capitals in addition to the fabulous work we do on the national level. So I just wanted to take this moment while we have such just a moved and captive audience to say, we've got this great SPA network. If you're in one of those states, please come meet your SPA. If you have not connected, exchange information. We have states that are not here. And if you'd like, come talk to me, come talk to Alana Boyle, my phenomenal staff partner with the SPA network, and we'll connect you. And if you're in a state that we don't have an SPA network, let's talk. Okay, so thank you very much.
Excuse me. I'm a local person, a local congregant. My name's Mark Stable. I just wanted, and Kenny Schimbaum has departed, but for the historical record, in your personal edification, Kenny said that Rabbi Atlas condoned segregation. He meant to say condemned. He was a leading light of a rabbi. And there was conflict with the congregation story, but he definitely was in the pro Dr. King, pro desegregation.
So we're given the choice to sing or take a break. So, can I get some BIPOC folks up here maybe to help me out?